Good morning. Saturday, second Saturday. So going a bit into the first week, I guess, or rather, the first full week. Still no driver's license, and as far as I can reckon from all the notifications and stuff, it will be on Monday, the earliest. I'm not ruling out anything, and it won't really matter. Probably won't do much today, anyways. And probably, if I do another video tomorrow, it will not be of much content. So, anyhow, yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Well, I did something in the mornings. Probably, yeah. I recorded a super long video of yesterday, which was fun to ramble and go down memory lane and associate all the things with the first trip and everything that happened in Kitaura. And I was sore. I'm even more sore today from the electric chair. It was really good, I must say, because yeah, I really need to start working out or doing physical exercise, and this was a good indication of that and a good start, I would say. So I would probably start with that when I come home. So other than doing stretches, doing some homework and not homework, but working on some Japanese things and starting to do revisions on my survey, which I will probably not have time to use in Tokyo before Kyushu. So Kyushu will probably be the start with. I don't know. It depends, but I don't think the time will be there since it's on Tuesday. I will leave. So yeah, I did some of that. Did the videos. Also generated a few pictures as thumbnails. I noticed almost all my thumbnails on YouTube. I was doing these weird manipulative gestures, that's it's called, and I also wanted it to be more uniform. So I did something with Chef GPT-san to just have a more uniform approach to it. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter. So after I done that, I packed up my big bag, the bag I used for all my luggage coming here, and plan to go out and buy the things I was planning to ship back in the first box. Uh, Now I did more than just the first box. Since I didn't post a box this Monday, I will probably do to the apartment and to the boys. I will probably do a larger box this week, and then I try to do one directly the Monday after I get back from Kyushu. I will do one then, and then another one in the end of April, and the last one on the day before or the day I will leave, something like that. So yeah, so I went out and I bought some of the stuff I have checked out. I did not go to the same places. The prices seems to be the same on all the donkeys when it comes to well most of the common goods. But so I went to the closest one and found that some of the things I was planning to buy wasn't there. It wasn't all the important stuff or important those things are a bit heavier. Those things, one of those things that I couldn't buy yesterday is a bit heavier, so I didn't buy them yesterday, and it's mostly just important for before I go home, and where they will be, if they will be in my luggage or if they will be in a box, it doesn't really matter, as long as they arrive in time for certain things, so like birthday presents and stuff. A bit annoying when you buy tax free, they put it in these bags so you cannot really separate it. I should have notified them that some of the things were not going to the same place, I would prefer to keep in separate bags, but they were confused enough as it was because they were talking English to me because in tax-free counter almost no Japanese are in those counters. So they was talking broken, very bad English at one place, and I started talking to them in Japanese, and the assistant clerk to that clerk understood me and was super surprised and stood behind the one that was trying to have me to pay. But he was like, "Oh my God, I don't understand a word," because he probably was expecting English, and when he heard not good pronunciation of Japanese, he probably misinterpreted things, or I said something really, really wrong, but it didn't seem like it afterwards. It was just a shift in expectations, and everything went well. So yeah, uh, so it took some time running around doing that, trying to find some things. There are still things on the list for people that wanted some stuff here, but it's no hurry. The boxes that are not going back to the apartment, I'm not planning to do many of them, and also there aren't that many requests, so it doesn't really. It's no urgency, to say the least. So and it's not really urgency to send this back to the boys either, but it is. I want both to myself and to others to have that, and also this apartment. I don't have the best kind of storage spaces. If I were to live here, I would change some things and buy boxes of Tokyo Hands and IKEA and refurnish. And I mean, it is an interesting concept to think of how I could optimize and actually make a living space as small as this comfortable. And I am certain, like I think I mentioned yesterday, that this would be enough. This would be plenty if I were to live here for 1 year by myself. It was, I mean, the first apartments I looked at before I booked this one, they were a bit, they had more hassle to them, but they were much better equipped than this apartment as well. But those were, and they are cheaper than this one. But during the Golden Week period, they were very apprehensive in making a contract so far in advance. And I didn't want to wait for so long to make a reservation because I think that every kind of person that comes during the Golden Week, they want to make that and the high tourist season, they want to make it available and not be a scarcity or something like that. So, well, it was annoying, so I took this deal instead. It was not that much more expensive, but the apartment I could have gotten with others, and those were easily 1 year contracts for foreigners as long as you had have a visa. Those kinds of apartments are what I wish to have when I move here, or something bigger if I can afford it, where I actually can have guests. But if I were to live here on a budget, this kind of apartment would be plenty as long as I have stable internet and a bit better when it comes to ventilation, I think, because sometimes it gets very stuffy, like today when it's raining outside and the AC air is it acts more like a heater days like these. I mean, it's just 16 degrees, 15, 16 degrees outside and it's raining, so it gets humid. So anyway, I bought stuff in my big bag. I went to dinner once again. I took teppanyaki kind of, but a different one. This teppan kind of food is when you get a hot plate with half finished meat that you let continue. There I have two favorite places, different teppanyaki favorite places in Japan. One is basically Teppan, Teppan Kingdom, King of Teppan or something like that, which is just you get you get a fizzled, well, a hot plate where it just fizzles and you barely do any cooking. And then the place I went to yesterday, which is known as Maximum Steak, which actually you don't. It's just the surface of the meat has been cooked, but you actually cook it for a longer time, and you also have kind of light underneath it that you can adjust with a little, not a spoon, but a little thing. It's almost like fondue or any kind of that. So you actually cook the food longer, and you cook it while you're eating as well. So it is it's more interactive, but and it's also cheaper. But that's, I guess, because you have to do more of the work yourself. But they have so good. You get one sauce for free. You can buy more sauces, but the sauce actually makes that better than almost every other kind of teppanyaki place I go to. So that's why I prefer to switch to Teppan Kingdom or whatever name is. They have free onion soup, and they have free refills of rice, and the prices on the different counts are pretty decent as well. So before, when I was introduced to this, it was Pepper's lunch, and I liked Peppers for quite a while. But then Peppers uh, had some kind of incident, and so from one trip to the next, it went from Teppans everywhere, no, Peppers everywhere to barely any place, and then they have slowly come back, but they are more boring, and even from the beginning compared to the other Teppan places like Ikenari Steki and stuff, Teppan is still more Peppers is still on the more expensive side. The only places that are more expensive are the places that serve Wagyu and luxury cuts, which I think is bad. Not bad, but unnecessarily priced. So, like the place I went to in Kitaurawa, the Niku Marusei or something. I don't remember. It's the cow logo. Those places are sometimes they have more expensive cuts, but their normal cuts are kind of standard price. So yeah. So I went to that, and then afterwards I was considering doing some karaoke, but it was a Saturday, and it was so many people there that you had to wait to get a room for longer than an hour. So I just went in by myself instead for 1 hour because I was planning to study on the night together with a friend. We are going through a previous grammar and trying to beat it into our heads so that it is easier when the final exams start, which will be the week after I come back home. And so I just took an hour, then I went back home. But I was a bit distracted when I gone when I was on my way home. So I went up to. I actually arrived earlier than I had said to the app, a Japanese app, to the platform. So I just went on the train that was on the platform I was going to, but I didn't really look at the train. The train was another one that uses the same platform, and it was a completely different line. So it just passed by everything because it was an express train going to Urawa and Omiya and out of the town pretty quickly. So I realized this when I heard them say that the next thing was a station that was 4 stations beyond of where I was going, and I started talking to a Japanese person on the train, and he confirmed this, that instead of going on the whatever line, Joban line, no, I had went on the Shonan Shinjuku line, kind of an express long distance train line. So I had to just reroute. It wasn't that hard and didn't take that much time, but it was like 20 minutes longer to get home than I originally planned, and it's a noob mistake, I would say. And it's just, okay, I arrive earlier. Oh, take the same train, the same platform. No, sometimes you have these rapid and super limited express and stuff, but this was a completely different one, not just an express or limited express. It was literally a new line that just sometimes shared it, and you can see that sometimes on the platform, and usually they have digital boards on the uh, those platforms where it changes which line is going there. It's not always the same, and I just was inattentive. So happens every now and then. So, and then I just went back home and studied for the rest of the evening, and called a friend before bed. So it was a nice day, a lot of activity. I walked uh, my maximum amount of steps yesterday as well, without having pain when I came back home. So both the using the electric chair or whatever electric water thing in Kitaurawa, and all the stretching I've done, I think that it is working pretty well. I can do some movement without pain now, so I still probably won't try Yamanote. It depends, but my speed is not that high, and I still cannot run, or I cannot raise my pace, and I am focusing right now on not doing that. It won't happen, probably not this time, but there are other times as well, so it will be fine. This is fine. So today, not much is gonna happen, is my prediction, and I will probably study and stuff. So we'll see if I make a video about this day tomorrow or not. But I'm gonna put up a week in review, or rather a week, all the photos, not all, but some selected photos and videos from this past week I'm gonna put up today as well. I decided to put up those kinds of image review videos once a week, and doing it on Sundays would be best. And I know that when I'm looking at the pictures I take it from Monday instead of doing it like last time. But last time wasn't a complete week either, so. But I haven't taken that much pictures because I studied so much and then got locked to this apartment because I really, really need that driver's license. Anyhow, uh, that's it for today. So let's see what happens tomorrow.